Hello, and welcome to Thursday. So, today was fun. I actually ended up meeting a friend for lunch and spent a little bit of time walking around the mall with them. And it was great. I didn't film really anything because I didn't feel the need to, but I took a photo of my lunch, which was a Cubano. Um, Went to a place called Havana Central, and always great food there. Wonderful, wonderful stuff there, and it's right next to. Like, I think it's like physically attached to the mall. So, walked outside the restaurant and then walked right into the mall. Browsed around. There is a comic store that has a bunch of vinyl records and and manga and just a bunch of nerdy stuff. So we spent a good chunk of time just hanging out there and talking and buying. We bought some stuff. Walked around the main parts of the mall. Nintendo Switch 2 went on sale today. I'm not getting one at launch, so it's not that big of a deal. But at the mall, they said that they're getting some in stock, and like I could have picked up one there if I wanted to, or at least pre-ordered, but totally fine. Not that big of a deal. So did that. Walked around some other stores. Went to what was it? The Razer store. Um, Razer stuff. Lego. Lego employee was super super sweet and super super cool, but that leads me into my another talking point is that retail employees don't really care too much. They do enough, right? You know, they want you to the Lego store employee was engaging with us, talking with us. They were very very nice, and they're saying, "Oh, I liked your outfit," or like this bracelet or whatever, and trying to strike up a conversation. And they were very nice, talking about they seemed very knowledgeable about the Lego sets. And it was really cool, but everywhere else they did not care. We went to a clothing store right after walking around a bit, and it was the last stop. People just don't really care. Like, sure, they'll like pay attention to like, oh, what are you doing there? It's like, do you need help? And if you say no, they don't, then you're fine. But you can just go buy whatever, and like nobody's gonna judge you, and nobody's gonna really care because why would they, right? It's just a one thing in part of their day that's um, 8 hours and 40 hours a week, and however many however many days they work in the month. And they just don't it's just a blip on the radar for if I would be like, oh, I want to buy this is the only shirt, and these hangers need to be out here. Actually, they don't. I'll put them right here. But if I bought a shirt like this, like nobody's gonna bat an eye or whatever, right? Even if you buy some unhinged stuff, if you go to the grocery store or whatever, um, seldom do you have a person like making commentary on like what you're actively buying. Um, you can buy a whole taco kit and whatever, and like the interaction between you and the checkout person is very small to insignificant that it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So uh, you probably just don't talk with them too much about it, because why would you? It was super fun hanging out with everybody. It was just two friends, and they were in town for. They're in town until next week, but they got here yesterday, and they're like, "Hey, you want to get lunch?" I was like, "I totally do. Let's make a day out of it." Got lunch, had a wonderful, wonderful time, and it was very nice hanging out with them. Can't say enough good things. But yeah, retail just they as long as you're not stealing or doing anything too suspicious, then you're probably fine. Won't be that big of a deal, and after just you can buy whatever you want and just do whatever you want, and they'll be chill. We spent a while in the comic and manga and record store and just talking and just browsing the records, and it was really neat and just super fun to just be there and just talk. And again, Blaze didn't really bother us too much. It was just we spent quite a bit of time and only bought a couple of things, but they still made some money, and it was nice just hanging out and talking. But yeah, a lot of fun today, and very happy about that. Okay, that's enough rambling, so that's what I'm gonna call it for today. Ooh, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.